Well, hello. That was odd. This is Cliff Grace from Trainwell Boxing. I don't know what happened there. We do currently live in a rural area of Devon, and all sorts happens regarding internet reception and the like. So I do apologise there. May I first make apologies that I'm still sitting here in my dressing gown. Please let me explain. I go to a 24-hour gym, and it's a good one. It's got 4 punch bags in there. It's got all the kit in there that you would want to dream of. And I like to go there really early morning. I arrived there, well, I'll tell you, because I note down in my little black book, which you're going to need, 12:50 a.m. I was there today, and I was there for 45 minutes. So I was back indoors by around 2-3 o'clock. So I got back to bed, and then I got up about 10 o'clock, made myself a coffee, tended to some business, and then I went back to bed. And this is the luxury of working from home. You can set your own timetable. I prefer to work into the evening, and that's just how I like it. So if you can take me, warts and all, then fantastic. I am going to talk to you about a business opportunity in another video, okay, which I think you will absolutely love. And quite frankly, if I can do it, you can. I'm telling you that. So, T.E.S.T, right? Trainwell Extreme Strength Training adopts the protocol of train, eat, sleep, train. Train, eat, sleep, train. Train, eat, sleep, train. You go to the gym. I'm not saying for you to go to the gym at 1-2 o'clock in the morning, but if you do, you do. You go to the gym and you have a hard workout. You have a hard session, which if you get yourself to bed early enough, you can do. Don't worry, you can catch up on EastEnders and stuff like that later on. Don't worry. So you train. You stimulate the organism. You stimulate your musculature, right? With aggressive, hard weight training, but done intelligently. Because if you overdo it, you produce too much cortisol, and that's a neggy. You will produce cortisol in hard training, but you don't want too much of the stuff. So yeah, you train hard. Then you want to come back home and you want to eat something highly nutritious. Bung a steak into the air fryer. I like mine rare, medium rare. So 8 to 10 minutes on 200 and your steak is done and your steak is ready to go. And it doesn't need to be expensive, you know. We shop at Lidl's and I get a big 16-ounce steak. We buy 16-ounce steaks. Nice bit of fat on there, and it's handsome. I eat. Then I sleep. Have a wash, obviously, and then I sleep. That's my recovery time, sleeping. Yes, I can don on the suit. Yes, I wash up quite well when I shave and all the rest of it. You want to see me in a pinstripe suit. But I want to come across to you people as natural. I don't want to come across as this high-flying knobhead of a businessman. I don't want that. I want you to see that I'm a real person. So train, eat, sleep. Repeat the cycle again. Train, eat, sleep. Train, eat, sleep. Train, eat, sleep. Train, eat, sleep. Which spells what? Test. Trainable extreme strength. Training. Every facet of your training has to be looked at. Now, people have said to me, but we're not all Canelo Alvarez, are we? No, of course you're not. Of course you're not. Well, neither am I. Neither am I. I'm a 61-year-old geezer. I'll be 61 in July next month. Neither am I. Neither am I. But you see, we all don't have to compete in boxing. One of the most toughest, hardest things is for a newbie to walk through the doors of a spit and sawdust gym, boxing gym, which in actual fact, you'll be in the safest place in the community. From time to time, you get bullies in boxing gyms, but they don't last. Because let's suppose then you went to a boxing gym. The boxing trainer said, "You fancy a spar?" I said, "Yeah, I fancy a spar." And you got your head taken off. Jump out, mate, jump out. Let's call this person, the more experienced person, Lee. Dave was the one that duffed you up. Dave, stay there. Lee, jump in, mate. Lee, teach him a lesson, right? Meaning teach Dave a lesson. And what goes around comes around. And quickly, the bullies realise, oh shit, I better not. If you're national champions or you're training for a fight, then you will have equal sparring sessions where it is a little bit more heated, but you're both there in the moment. A newbie, that would never happen to. And in actual fact, you don't, even if you don't want to go to a boxing gym, you don't have to. What about the local boxercise class? Me and my missus, we did that when we was first married, and she loved it. The coach, she put on one of these body things, torso things, and she was punching him up into the ribs. Obviously, got this big torso thing, and she was loving it. Loving it. There is something about boxing training. Now we're leaving out the sparring bit. Boxing training that anyone can do. I've come across a 78-year-old. He's probably 9 years old now. Still at it. He's not going to get in the ring with a 25-year-old, is he? That'd be silly. Of course he's not. But he still does all the training. And he never gets ill. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Why is it tennis stars adopt boxing training? Rugby stars, boxing training. Football, boxing training. Because it is the most concentrated format of fitness and strength training there is. You notice I didn't say the most athletic, because it's not, but it is the most concentrated format of fitness training. the most athletic is Olympic lifting. It has to be. Because when they get into those snatches, you know, the barbell snatch with 200 kilograms over their head, that's athletic. But is it the best format of fitness training? Probably not. Boxing training ticks all the boxes. It de-stresses you. It gives you that beach body that you desperately want. It burns fat. It incinerates fat. So boxing is where it's at, folks. But just remember, if you're an old duffer like me at 61 years old, do you honestly think if I went to old Fury's camp, Tyson Fury's place that he's got in Morecambe there, do you honestly think if I got up and I sparred, probably wouldn't, been an ex-world champion, but if I sparred with Tyson Fury, he's going to pay me off and take my head off without due good reason? No, because it's an unwritten etiquette in boxing gyms that doesn't happen. But you don't have to go to the boxing gym. You can go where the boxercise classes are and have a wonderful time. If you're stressed out, if you've been on the underground and it's got you so riled up, 7:30 odd tonight, you're at a boxercise class, and you're hammering the shite out of some pads or something. You find it hard, you find it challenging, but at the end of it, everyone laughs and, you know they have achieved something. So you don't have to be Tyson Fury. You don't have to be Canelo Alvarez, do you? To appreciate the formidable benefits you will get from boxing training. This is why we call ourselves Train Well Boxing. But we embrace it all. We embrace it all. We embrace it all. So, with that in mind, I want to give you an update of a weight training method that excuse me, that I advocated several days ago. We are a work in progress, so we will get it better and 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 better. You cannot cookie cutter weight training programs. All you can do is advise on the myriad of varieties of weight training programs. And you say, that's it, that's the one I want to do. I like that. Or you go away and you take aspects of what you've got, what you've been advised on, and mold it and fashion it in. This is specifically for fitness trainers, personal trainers. Take this and use this as your template. Use this as your template. We give it to you for free. You're not paying us any money. You don't have to pay us any money. So stop. If you're paying money specifically to mobile phone apps, stop it. Stop it. And stop it now. So we have 3 sessions a week, which we classify as upper body A session, lower body A session, and then a full body C session. So in my case, I did the upper body session A, earlier today. Well, next time I train will be Wednesday morning. Well, I'll do lower body, B. And then finally on Friday, I will do the session C, full body. Do you understand? What you're doing is you're giving yourself a break in between Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, perhaps. Do you get me? And what you do is, if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you're the weekend warrior type like me, you just slot in a training session Tuesday evening, and if you got enough energy, a training session Thursday evening. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you are training. For instance, 5 days out of your 7. Try and get a couple of days rest. Can you see what you would achieve, my friends, with doing 2 boxercise sessions? So you look for the boxercise classes. There might be one 2 or 3 miles near to you. The next one on the Thursday night might be a 6-mile drive out. You say, oh, I'm going to do my boxercise session. Then they're nice times. They're only on for an hour, 7:30 or 8:30. That does mean the Thursday session is from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That'll do me. That'll do me fine. I can catch up with EastEnders and all that. I can catch up if I want to later on. But it's the strength training side of it which gives you that mechanical pizzazz. Now, we are at Trainwell Boxing. We're ex-boxers. I had 49 fights. Oh, I lost a few. Amateur fights. Oh, I lost a few, but I got them back. About 75% of those ones that beat me, I got a return fight and I beat them back. So my record probably was about 80% wins. I got some stoppages, quite a few stoppages. Yeah. The ones that beat me, right, were the real toughies or exceptionally skillful. But what I'm saying to you is we know what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about. We know the emotions that a fighter will have. I remember listening to Carl Froch saying he used to get terribly edgy before a fight. Mike Tyson did, terribly edgy before a fight. We are not talking about scared. We're not talking about being scared, because if you're scared, then go and take up croquet, table tennis, something like that. You shouldn't be scared. But it's like, say you've gone to a venue and there's 10 fights there and you're on 6th. You're waiting just in you're all gloved up. You've got your robe on and all that game, And you can hear ding, 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 ding for the last third when you think, oh, mine's coming up soon. You get edgy. You just get edgy. So we understand all of that. We're not fitness trainers that thought, oh yes, let's set up Trainwell Boxing. No. Are we trying to wheedle our way into professional fight camps and fight teams? No. What we are trying to do is actually lift a lid on the charlatans. If you follow this regime, it can be slotted into a professional fighters fight camp. Professional fighters will, in sometimes, at some part, depending whether they're doing 6, 8, 10, or even 12-week fight preparation. sometimes during that period, they may well be training 3 times a day. So in this case, these strength training workouts, right, they have to be factored in to that type of training. You guys, the weekend warriors, I've just given you an example. Let's crack on with these exercises, huh? Right. A1, upper body, Smith machine front press. A2, straight arm pull downs. A3, chest supported rows. A4, upper chest on the pec deck. I'll show you how to do that one. A5, inclined dumbbell chest press on an incline bench. A6, high to low seated chest press with cables. A7, mid chest press with cables. A8, upper chest on the preacher curl bench. I will give you a little explanation, don't worry. A9, shrugs. A10, neck flexion. A11, preacher curls. And A12, tricep extension. I want you to, this is optional, to finish off with some abdominal work. Either do the Gironda, Gironda, Gironda leg raise, some format of weighted ab crunch, or ab twists. I will give you more of a detailed explanation. I just want to give you what you're listening into, which is the exercises, isn't it? Lower body B, 24 hours between the two. Reverse hack squats, HACK, hack squats. We have talked about this before as A1. A2, hip ADD, adduction machine. A3, standing calf raises. And A4, stiff-legged deadlifts. Now on to session C, which would be the Friday, if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. C1, Zercher squats with a barbell in it. C2, Zercher good mornings with a bar in there. C3, some form of chest press, bench press, machine press, dumbbell press, whatever you like. C4, straight arm pull-ups, straight arm, so you're not bending like this, straight arm. You might have to do that on an assisted pull-up machine. Try it and your latissimus dorsi will alight. And then finish it off with C5, heavy farmer's walk for distance until you can't pick those things up anymore. Now, what I want you to do is on A1, I just want you to do 1 set. On the B, lower exercises, I want you to build up to 4 sets. And then on the full body, I want you to build up to 5 sets. Now, Have you got yourself one of these? I bet you have. So you get your earplug in, put your earplug in, and you set your timer for 60 seconds. And then in the case of, say, the first exercise, the upper body Smith machine front press, you've got your stoppers set up nice and safe, and you just go. Don't try and go too slow with it. It's not worth it. Don't try and go too fast with it. Just a normal workable weight. Okay. With a normal workable weight that you can work with. Now, this is the beauty of doing it via time rather than anything else. Because what I want you to do is to only start to count when your repetition speed starts to slow down. So if it's a cadence of like this, up, down, up, down, up, down, you might get to say five, and then you're feeling it getting slow. Now you count 1. Try and attempt to get 5 stimulating reps within that 60-second time period. If you can't do 40 seconds, the weight is too heavy. If you haven't, literally, you'll be able to fine tune this. You'll be failing 59, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, and then the timer goes off. Okay? Done. You're done. You would then move on with as little rest as possible. Please take your rest periods. Please take your rest periods as you seem fit. Can you see why I go? I had the whole gym to myself. So I was able to go from the Smith front press straight on, because I know from my weight training logbook what I'm doing, what weights I'm doing. Click with a pin and off I go. Now I'm doing the straight arm pull downs. To walk across, there was about 10-15 seconds break. Ideally, what you're trying to do is go from exercise to exercise with as little break as possible. The chest supported rows, where you've done the sort of vertical bit, now you're going to do this bit. And ironically, actually, when you do this, you will ignite the lats more than when you do this. The chest supported rows, in actual fact, you shouldn't have your arms at 45 degrees. You fan them right out and get them high and pull it up high. So the movement is this. So what you're doing is you're getting all the upper back muscles, right? And you do the same for each of these exercises that I have listed for you for session A. And I'll tell you something, that will probably take you, I think, let's say it takes you half an hour. You're out, you're gone, you're finished. Au revoir. See you later. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to start doing ladders. You don't need to start doing plyometrics and all that old nonsense. You don't need to start doing that. It's just wasting your energy and increasing your cortisol levels, which you don't need to do and actually shouldn't be doing. So, yeah, you can pick one of these abdominal exercises, the Gronda leg raises. Best thing to do is to look up a guy called Daryl Conant. Daryl, that's Conant. Darryl Conant. Put in Gironda leg raises and it will bring you to it. The ab crunch, well, there's so many weighted ab crunches that you can do, isn't there? I think probably the most basic and most safest is getting the cable column, the rope column, and then just so you're in front of it rather than behind it, and then just on your knees, very, just moving the thoracic spine area. Easy peasy, yeah? Not easy peasy when you're doing it. And this one, the ab twist, this is the best, man. This is the best. I think to myself, why did I not do this? I learned it. I think it was from an Olympic lifter, actually. So, right, let's get a prop. It'll be easier. So you're lying on your back, right? So your upper back is supported. So you're lying across a bench. So you've got, in one hand, you've got a dumbbell, okay? Now, when you lie on your back, so you go up with this and pull back with the unweighted arm, that. And then back down. That, and then back down. That, and then back down. But because your upper back is supported, you've got to keep that core up, haven't you? Can't let that core sag. And if you go to shift yourself along, you understand what I mean, don't you? You're lying on your back, your upper back is support. You shift yourself along so you get some clearance. Otherwise, you might end up in the bench. So if you do it from one end, as this comes down, all your upper back is supported. This is going round, isn't it? And you're getting the momentum of this. And then the other side. Back. What an exercise. What an exercise. What an exercise. And in actual fact, if you wanted to separate out the strength training and then have you're a professional fighter, right? Here's a routine for you then. For abdominal day, I want you to do Gironda leg raises, 12. Ab crunch, 12. Ab twists each side, 12. Without resting. Without resting. I want you to complete that 3 to 4 times. Then what I want you to do is some impact training. So you could stand up and get somebody to thump into your abdominal area for a couple of 3-minute rounds, something like that. And then to finish it off, because we do like ballistic training, we think plyometrics is a waste of energy, with your medicine ball. So you can throw that any way you like, against the wall, and throw it to a partner. Some med ball training. And if you do that for the whole 5 exercises, right, 3 to 4 times, I guarantee you won't want to do anything more, because this is the essence. Because you're trying to finish your strength training, aren't you, quickly, so you've got enough energy to do all your skills training, aren't you? And if you're the weekend warrior, you don't want to zap yourself out too much that you've got nothing when you go and do the boxercise training, have you? Understand? So yeah, I said I'd talk about a few of these. The upper chest. On a preacher curl machine, you just lean back over it. You're standing up and your back bends over So your upper back is supported. Get 2 dumbbells, right? And then you just go to eye level. 1, back up. 2. Understand? See, I see how my arms are going. They're not going down like this, coming out like that. To eye level. 1, 2. Do you understand? Understand me? That will open out all your chest. And it's good for the ladies, I can tell you. Neck flexion is what it is. You get a dumbbell, don't you? You get like a sponge or something, hold the dumbbell on your thing, you're lying back on your back, and you just do your flexion. Simple, isn't it? Shrugs, 2 dumbbells, shrug them up, back, shrug them up, back, shrug them up, back. If you're a professional fighter and you want to do more neck, then you do more neck within your gym work. It's all in there, folks. People say, why so little on the latissimus dorsi exercise then? Well, we've given you 2, haven't we? We've given you two exercises. The back musculature is always and has always been stability based. They are big, strong, massive muscles, and they are there for a reason to shore up the shoulder joints, to shore up the spine. Otherwise, the spine will just go flying out of your torso. But they are not performance muscles. The pressing muscles are. For a boxer, they have to be. They are. But you do need balance exercises, which the back is. Okay? The upper chest on the pec deck. Now, this I learned from a bodybuilder. And in actual fact, the people say, oh, yeah, chest is just your chest. Yes. But it is innovated. The nerve endings, they are innovated in different locations. So you have the upper chest, which will go from the collarbone over and through to the attachment point on humerus. The mid pecs will start from the sternum and go across to the attachment area on the sternum. And the lower costal pecs will go from where the ribs are, top of your ribs, top of your rib cage, back round, they call it the outer sweep, to the attachment area on the humerus. And each of these areas, the upper, sternal and costal, the upper, mid and lower, plays a dramatic importance in shoulder stability. Why do you think there's been so many fighters in the past that have dislocated their shoulder? Because you need to shore up all those muscles. And negating, say, for example, the muscles just underneath the collarbone, the upper chest, is foolhardy. So that is basically it. So you get onto the pec deck. Your arms, your hands now supinate like this. You then grab hold, well, you don't grab hold, but they go either side of the thing. So your arms are like this. And you've got like the, what do they call them? Pec deck arms, if you like. But you're either side of it, and you just want to elevate a little bit because you want to mimic the way that the fibers are going. And the fibers go, if you see my upper arm, that's the way the fibers are going from the attachment point to the other attachment point on the collarbone. They go across. Hang on. No. That's the opposite thing on the camera for you. They sort of go like that, if you understand what I mean. So you get a little bit up and you just come in and back. But here's the kicker. You need to lean forward. In. Now this is a kicker. When that goes back, that stretches right the way out, mate. Across the upper chest, which as a fighter is so imperatively important for shoulder stability. We're doing strength training now. We are not doing gym work. We are not doing road work. We are not doing sparring. We are doing our strength training. And pretty much that's it. The reverse hack squat, you have to have that. You have to try that. Look it up. Reverse hack, H-A-C-K, hack squat, reverse hack squat. Most commercial gyms will have that apparatus. And if they haven't, leave and find a gym that has. The hip adduction machine. Adduction, going away from the midline, going away from the spine, going away from the midline. You're doing the scissors with your legs, right? Abduction means to kidnap. Abduction means to take away. Understand? No, hold on. Well, I got that wrong. Adduction. I got it wrong, I know. See? Oh, silly bollocks. Right. Stop tape. Rewind. Edited it out. Not. Abduction means to take away. Right? Adduction means to bring in. And that's what you want. You want the adduction effect. So you're getting all your inner groin muscles, which guess what do they do? They aid in hip stability. Which is the fight, you need that. Bang! You've got to have that hip flexibility, that hip mobility, but you've also got that bam, that real power. You've got to have it. So you must do those. Standing calf raises speaks for itself, don't you? Pushing off with a power punch, bang. And the stiff leg deadlift is a cracking compound exercise. Make sure you don't round your back. It's pretty straightforward. The full body. The Zercher squats will give you a strong, solid guard. They will work from an isometric stability point of view, all the upper back. The Zercher GNs, you come down and they're a nasty little witch of an exercise, but very, very good. You know, your chest press, your straight arm pull-ups. Now we're talking. Straight arm pull-ups, where you keep your arms straight, mate, and then you move the body out. You see, a lot of CrossFitters would do it to perform the muscle up, but it is all latissimus dorsi. Try it. I think you might have to adapt away on the assisted pull-up machine because it is intense. If you could do an I have seen on here, social media, I'm presuming it's authentic and it's not AI generated. Some hombre doing it with weights on a pull-up bar, not the assisted dip, and like right tough hombre. And the farmers will solidify all this together with grip. So you got a fucking strong grip. And that is it, folks. Now, I did say to you, didn't I, that there's a secret, which is like a spice to throw onto this, which is like the match, the paraffin, which will turn this one into a tornado, a towering inferno. It will turn it clean on its head. And I want to give it to you, people. I want you to succeed. I want you to do well. But I'm not going to give it to you because of one reason. I want to get to know you better. Look at me. There's nothing to be intimidated about with me for. I'm just Cliff Boy. You can speak to me probably any time of the day, really, because I'm up at 1 o'clock anyway, normally. But I want to get to know you better. How am I supposed to do that? How are we supposed to break the ice? You have to trust me with your email. If you provide me an email, when I get this loaded up, I'll get on here and I'll give you the nod and say it's all loaded up. Right? But you have to trust me implicitly. Now, trust is earned. Trust is earned. And trust should never be abused. So if you give me your email, I'll put the link how to do it, so you don't have to put it up on here on social media or anything like that. When we get this crafted in on my e-commerce shop, which I'll leave the link for you for that, you'll see it there and you just download it. In return, we get your email. Now, does that mean I am going to hound you left, right, and centre? No, because I don't like it, and I get it. I get it a lot. And I'm thinking, this person has contacted me about 3 times today. Unsubscribe. Of course, there's going to be an unsubscribe facility there for you as well, for us. But I would contact you when I've got something decent to offer you. When I think I've got something that you'll want to know about and be kept in the loop about. Because I'm telling you something, Train World Boxing is going places. Train World Boxing is going places. I'm at the helm at the moment. Yeah. But I tell you what, I am building a formidable team. A formidable team. We are a British limited company. And it all goes on reputation, word of mouth, branding. I am not going to jeopardize any of that and become an annoying little creep pestering you left, right, and center. So it's a win-win situation for you. We haven't had to pay us one single dime, one single penny. Apart from if you want to buy our sports apparel, that's our mainstay business. Yes. And the Cerule products is a slightly different bit there going on. But yeah. But no, you don't have to pay us for advice. So if you've got a coach, sack them, because you don't need them. If you want streetwise stuff, streetwise in the know, we're your people. We are your people. Okay? So, I hope you get on really well with this one. Really, really, really well. I hope you get the results that you're getting, that increased strength. Okay? Let me know how you're getting on. All right? I'll put those links below. Thank you for listening. This is Cliff Graves from Trainwell Boxing. See you later. Ciao.